Chris Williamson was on the Joe Rogan podcast about a month or so ago, and there's a part in this podcast where he is telling a story of a UK rapper called Bugzy Malone. You might have heard of him if you're from the UK. Of course, you probably have. If you've not, you still might have heard of him. If not, you're about to learn all about this guy in a minute. And the level of glazing is off the charts. Okay, it's absolutely off the charts. And he's trying to do this, I think, for two reasons. Number one, to try and get Bugzy Malone more exposure. Okay, it's a good marketing tactic because Joe Rogan has an enormous audience, as we know. Number two, I think he's trying to do it to impress Joe Rogan because it's like when you're a teenage kid and he's acting like a gushing teenage child. Do you remember when you were in school, maybe you did it or someone you know did it, when you want to be in the cool gang, right? You want to hang around with the hard nut of the school and maybe it's the quarterback or whoever it was, and you want to be in that cool gang to get all the girls. So then you tell a story to this said person about someone you directly or indirectly know. You might be like, oh, my cousin knows this guy and he knocked these two people out. And you're doing it to try and inflame your ego so that you're accepted by this other person. So they're like, oh, yeah, you're cool as fuck, bro. You're cool. This is exactly the same thing as what Chris Williamson's doing to Joe Rogan. It just gets him more impressed, shows him, gets more approval and validation. And it's just so bad. It's level D1 glazing. So I'm going to go through it. I'm going to stop and start it and give my opinion and commentary on it. But let me know what you think in the comment section below. There is going to be people on here who just suck Chris Williamson off. And I'm not talking about his level of podcasting or conversational skills. So don't even go down that route. I'm not bothered about that. He's very good at what he does. I'm talking about this clip specifically. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Guy on my podcast, Bugzy Malone. So he's a British grime artist. And he had this home...
What's a grime artist?
Like drill, rap. Like British rap.
Oh, okay. Did you know what that means? You did?
Damn. Keep up with the times.
I can't. It's too late. I missed it. I missed everything.
He grows up in the north of the UK in gangs, Manchester. And he's in juvenile detention. As a teenager, he gets stabbed with a screwdriver, like rough stuff, rough northern stuff. But some part of his upbringing just sort of really compels him to try and bring himself out of this situation. Starts making music, gets super successful, does this Fire in the Booth with Charlie Sloth that gets like 35 million plays. And he starts boxing. Boxing is like one of his... salvages. It's one of his safe havens, and it's one of the things that's kept him very disciplined throughout his whole life. So he starts accumulating some money and he buys a nice house in Manchester, very, very nice house. And the local kids nearby sort of starting to take a little bit of notice. Maybe they know who he is as an artist, and word starts to get around that he's living there. And there'd been some concerns, some security concerns for a little while. And he gets a phone call from his girlfriend at the time. She says, there's some men here. They're trying to break in and they're in a van. And as she's on the phone, he hears the glass shatter of this house. And his mum's in the house and his girlfriend at the time is in the house. He's driving around. He's got his sister in the car. So he drives back in the car. This is a guy who's like world famous as a rapper, right? This would be like it happening to like the British 50 Cent or the British Jay-Z or P. Diddy or something like that.
Absolute nonsense. He's not on the same stratosphere as 50 Cent or Jay-Z. Even in the UK, he's not. Like, he's a pretty big deal, but there's tiers to rap, drill, and grime artists in the UK. There's like three tiers. Forget tier 3 because, you know, they're kind of irrelevant. But tier 1 and 2, I mean, tier 1, you've got like Skepta, Stormzy, you know, people like maybe J Horse, people like that. Obviously, Central C, he's very commercialized, though, and somewhat kind of, you know, corporate and polished. And then tier 2, you have the likes of Bugzy Malone. He is big, but globally, there's a lot of people who haven't heard of him. So, again, you can see the level of glazing. It gets worse. It's about to get worse. So, buckle up, people.
Drives back, getting down the driveway toward this house. There's a blockade. There's boulders that have been laid out in front. So he knows that there's going to be an ambush of some kind. And he sees this guy in the bushes on the right with a brick. This guy's hiding in the bushes waiting. And he thinks he's going to throw it through the window, but he doesn't. He wants to hit him with the brick. So Bugzy stops the car, opens the door, and immediately he's massively into Jordan Peterson, personal development, self-growth. It's like an odd blend of rough upbringing, self-discipline, and sort of transcendent personal growth.
See what he's doing? He's a mixture of everything, Joe. He's a hard guy, he's a boxer, and he's also a transcended human being. I've never heard so much waffle.
And he gets out of the car and points at the guy and he goes, "No way is that you. Is that a blue t-shirt?" And the guy's like, "What?" And as he's doing it, because he's been training so much, he's coming toward him, distracting him. The same way as I go, "What's on that t-shirt there?" Immediately you go, "Oh." And before he knew it, Bugsy's hit him, spun him round, bricks fallen out of his hand because this guy hasn't set his feet in time. It's the problem of having a big weapon. Bugsy said, like, you need to set yourself and you need to be able to throw it. Like, it's good because it can hurt someone, but it's slow and it's cumbersome and you can't move as fast. And he's training every day, every single day, no matter whether he's rapping, he's on tour, he's training and he's boxing and he's fighting and he's sharp. And he knows his distance.
He's sharp and he knows his distance. I swear to God. Hey, Chris, the lube's out, isn't it, brother? Hey, Chris, you're playing with yourself, aren't you? It's so bad. He's sharp. He knows his distance, everybody. I swear to God, I hope he's getting paid for telling this story from Bugzy.
Hits this guy. They have a scrap. Bugsy wins, moves the stuff out of the way, gets back in the car, drives in. Jamie, can you just CCTV search Bugzy Malone CCTV? So there's footage from his house of when he pulls up in the Mercedes.
You know he's looked at this several times.
Go back a little bit. Yeah, just to the start.
He knows exactly when it is, and it's coming up. This guy, never mind looking at the P-word history, right, on certain adult websites. Chris Williamson's looking at this. This is his phone history, okay?
So this is him pulling in his car, having just beaten someone up. This is a van filled with guys. Gets out of the car, pulls his top off.
I bet he liked that, didn't he?
And then sprints to go and get the rest of the guys that are waiting outside. That is not the behavior of a dude who gives a single fuck. This is the British Jay-Z ripping his top off and then...
The British Jay-Z, dude. Ripping his top off? Oh my God. I swear to God. No Diddy, but I bet he's got some, oh my God, some baby oil or some shit. Oh my God. It's so bad.
Sprinting out to try and chase people away. And the real kicker of it, there was like tons of guys, not in that van, but in some other van behind. The real kicker was the dudes that he fought, they pressed charges. They pressed charges against him.
Because he's rich.
They pressed charges because he fucked him up. And then
they pressed charges.
They pressed charges
Did
against
they
him.
Actually wind up going to court over this?
Yeah.
No.
Yep, went to court. And it was so brilliant. He told this story to me and he said, it was the middle of COVID and people weren't sure whether venues were going to be open. And he had this tour. This tour was going on, but it wasn't selling as well. No tours were selling as well as he would have liked. So he spoke to his lawyer before his lawyer went to go and do the not guilty verdict. And they had two statements that were ready. And he came out. He said, "I'm very pleased to say that Aaron Davies has been acquitted today. He's not been found guilty. He is now getting back to preparing for his upcoming tour and tickets are available now at..." And he used this number.
Okay, so that's it. But oh my God, D1 level glazing, awful stuff from Chris Williamson. And you know, I'm not saying it didn't happen. I believe him, it happened. But you get people who are just absolutely glazing. Look at the comments. I mean, it's so bad. Fuck them up is a light statement. He broke two people's jaws. I mean, good for him for protecting his family or whatever, but rough northern stuff. I wish someone would talk about me like this. Oh my God, he's definitely a bit smitten with this Bugzy. I'm telling you, dude, he broke both of their jaws with one punch each. Oh, we know that as fact, do we? Oh my God, fucking hell. Sounds like a story at 3 a.m. in the kitchen. I tell you, he's like British P. Diddy. That's hilarious. He's dangerous and he's nasty just before biting down on his pen. Dude is fantasizing about getting jumped by Bugzy. I'm telling you guys, awful shit. And here's one thing I want to end on about Chris Williamson. He's from the north of the UK like me. And for those who don't know, outside of the UK, he's from a place called Newcastle, which is in the northeast. I'm from the northwest, okay? Now, people from Newcastle in the northeast have what they call a Geordie accent, right? You might have seen True Geordie on YouTube, big YouTuber. He has a very, very strong dialect, right? A very thick accent, much more than mine is. And Chris Williamson was never as strong as True Geordie, but he did have a Geordie accent. Now, I think I've heard him over the years talking about having a speech coach, a voice coach, and his accent has dramatically shifted in the last 5 or 6 years. It is like he sounds like a complete different person. And I understand on one hand why he's doing it, because he's interviewing all these scientists and politicians and doctors. I understand it. And he doesn't want to ask to be repeating himself every 5 seconds. But True Geordie gets away with it. Yes, granted, he's not interviewing at the same level, but he's still interviewed hundreds of people over the last 10 years. And he has a much thicker, stronger accent than Chris Williamson. And he's got to the point now where he's just so polished and so clean and so pure and so corporate. He's just changed himself in every single way. And I guess it just comes with the territory. I guess it just comes with it. It seems that most people are just turning into this polished character of themselves. It's very weird. So anyway, that's it for the video. Let me know your thoughts. Leave your thoughts, comments. If you like it, and don't forget to subscribe as well. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.